Hey guys, I want to show you this website. It's called Tarkov-market.com. Now, if you're trying to run the flea market and get some free rubles, it's a pretty easy way to do it, assuming you have some to start with. You can see some of these items have some big changes in the past 7 days. Like this Yotoda car key, you can see that it spiked today. But generally it's a pretty cheap key. I don't usually like to buy items this cheap, because even the turnaround rate, you have to buy quite a few of them. This website's really helpful for finding trends and patterns, like you can see here. Personally, I would use this more for the keys. So if you look at the key changes, you can see what the average price is here every day. So I would personally try to avoid keys like the RB PSP2. 2.8 million. It does have some pretty nice benefits if you're able to sell high and buy low. But there's also tax and there's a risk. The risk is greater with the bigger items you buy, obviously. So I try to get some of these cheaper items a little bit. Let's see. Maybe something like this. It's RBBK key. See, it dipped all the way down to 18, but on average, it sits around 78. That's a nice consistent profit. So, if you're patient, you can keep an eye on these things and see which items go down and go back up. If I see an item that particularly is low at the time, I'll check it out on here and see how much it's really worth, on median at least. Generally, I try to flip the items that have some bigger changes like these, but some of these smaller consistent keys work also. So don't be afraid to look at something like this, even though it only has a 0.32% change and a 0.08% on the weekly 24-hour change. You can find some great spikes in here. Look at this all-time low of 135k versus 151k. I believe this key in particular also sells fairly high to the therapist herself. So that's another thing to look out for. Be careful when flipping these, as the fees can hit you pretty hard. Pay attention to what the tax is, especially on the higher priced items. This is just a short video today, just to try to give you an idea of an overall look at the market itself. This Tarkov-market.com website can be really helpful if you're trying to play the long con. So you can stock up on items while they're real cheap and then sell them later. Another general rule of thumb is when you look at an item, generally on the weekend, the item tends to sell a little bit lower. This is because there are more people playing and there are more that are on the market. It's a good time to scalp and grab pieces that are cheaper than normal because of the overabundance of them on the weekend. And then you can sell them real high on a weekday like Wednesday. I hope this video is somewhat helpful. If you have any recommendations or any suggestions of a video you might want to hear or see, please let me know. Feel free to comment below, and if you like it, like it. If not, maybe next time. Thanks, guys.